All right, hey guys, what is up? Richard Cooper, founder and CEO of Total Debt Freedom, and I'm blessed today to be on with Christa, who is a client of our debt negotiation program. I think you've just graduated, right? Or are you getting close
Yes,
to it? Yeah?
in September I graduated.
September? Okay, yeah. So I reached out to you through Joel because we have some conversations sometimes on our Facebook group, but you've gone through some financial turmoil in your life. So I want you to tell the before story, like what was going on in your life before we got involved and started to settle your debt. Like what happened?
Well, I was basically living in poverty. I was low income. I was struggling to get off of welfare, and I had done that and had a list of goals that I wanted to achieve. And at that time, I was working minimum wage. I'm a single mom. My son was quite young at the time when I started to accumulate debt, and I would supplement my income with credit cards.
Okay.
So that was part of my problem of accumulating the debt. And then eventually it just keeps snowballing, and it's difficult to get out with making just minimum payments. And then of course, if you miss even a minimum payment, you get phone calls, and it was very stressful and frustrating.
And
So,
how long did you do that for?
wow, that probably about 6, 7 years
Wow.
of
Okay.
a lot of up and down, getting out of debt, like accumulating, a couple thousand and being able to pay it off, and then just it got higher and higher to a point where I just couldn't do it on my own anymore.
And like, what was the trigger point? I mean, you found us online, or did somebody mention us to you, or how did you find us?
Found it on Facebook. Actually, it was an ad on Facebook,
Okay.
so I clicked on it, and then I went to the Better Business Bureau to check it out. Did a lot of pondering about the company and did some research, and then I finally made a phone call,
Yeah.
and a gentleman there talked me through it, told me how the program worked. It sounded great. It didn't sound like a scam or anything, and I thought this is something that was really feasible, something that I'd be able to accomplish.
Cool.
And
And what was your experience with the program? Like, what was it like to go through a debt negotiation strategy versus what was happening to you before?
a debt negotiation strategy is a strategy. First of all, there's an actual plan. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end.
Yeah.
Um, Compared to what I was doing before, which was just floundering around, trying to keep my head above water, no actual set time when I might have these debts paid off, because with the interest rates, I wasn't budging. Even if I put a couple of $100 on in a month, in 2 months, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah.
So it was frustrating. So it was a good plan. It was a strategy that I could do. It was easy.
Right.
It,
And how much money did you save during the process? Because what we do is we negotiate with the creditors, obviously, to lower the balance. Did you track how much you owed at the beginning versus what you ended up saving when you got out of debt?
it didn't really do a whole lot of tracking. I eventually ended up getting a second job to try and fast track the debt negotiations.
Yeah.
But I started off with $16,000 of debt. That was
Okay.
my start off.
Yeah.
And my last debt that I negotiated was almost $16,000. So all the interest that accumulated from the time that I started to my negotiation date was equal in just a few years.
Yeah.
So there's no way I would have ever been able to get out of that, crawl out of that on my own.
Cool. And how long did it take for you to get out of debt?
It took me, we were on a 3-year plan, but a lot of circumstances, I'm a homeowner, again, a single mom, one income,
Yeah.
stuff was going on, so it took me 4 years, a little over 4 years.
Okay. Cool. And you're at the end of it. You were in it for 4 years. What does life look like now that you've gotten rid of the debt? I mean, it sounds like you're skipping across the bottom for a while before.
Mhm.
You went through 4 years of debt settlement work. So what does it look like for you now?
It's beautiful now. It's really great. I actually have money in the bank. I have a little bit saved away right now. The last couple years, I haven't done Christmas bought presents really for a while now. So this year I'm able to buy some Christmas presents, and not just a little thing here and there. There's a couple of big items that I have bought for my son and my sister. So I'm feeling really good about that I'm able to finally do that and have money in the bank.
That's
I have
awesome.
money left over at the end of the month, and it's a beautiful, wonderful feeling that I've come this far.
That's awesome. So, would you recommend this program to somebody that was struggling with credit card debt, like sort of in
I
the same boat?
recommend it to everybody. I really do. I have people that on Facebook, because they see that I posted something about total debt freedom on one of your ads, and they'll private message me, and I'll kind of tell them, because they're afraid that it's a scam,
Yeah.
and they're afraid that you're taking all their money, and I try to explain to them very briefly how that works, and I tell them to call Joel, like call my guy Joel.
Yeah.
He'll talk you through it and make you feel really comfortable about the plan and how it works, and it really does work.
Yeah.
I can't imagine any other way.
Awesome.
I've
Well,
talked to other people
yeah. Well,
about bankruptcy and such, and it sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Really horrible.
well, I want to be very respectful of your time, Christa. You're taking time out of your day to talk to me. Tell your debt freedom story. So, thank you very much. All the best for holiday seasons, and have a Merry Christmas. And we'll talk to you later.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right.
Merry
Take care.
Christmas.